What's up, guys? Once again, it's the Boss and the Sauce Show, Conference USA College Football Preview right now.
All right, gang, we're on to the next team. We're talking UTEP, University Texas El Paso Miners. Now, this team's going to be digging for some W's because last year they only had one win, okay, and 11 losses. So they returned 7 on offense, 4 on defense. A second-year coach, Dana Demo, was the offensive coordinator for Bill Snyder at Kansas State. This is his second year. So the team looks worse on paper than they actually are after a woeful 1-11 season last year. But one thing's for sure, if they win 2 games, they double their win output than last year. But I'm looking at this team and looking at their schedule. They've probably got 3 or 4 realistic games they can go out and win. They got to play Houston Baptist the first game. Then they got to play late in the season. They play Rice and New Mexico State, so that's possibly 3 wins. And then they play a sorry Charlotte team mid-November. So that could be 4 wins for this team. But let's talk about the team themselves. So the second year, they should improve on both sides of the football. There's a team that basically in 18, they were last at an FBS, ranked dead last in offense, averaging 231 yards a game and 11.8 points a game. So that's pretty sad right there. And on defense, they were probably ranked like 112, 113 overall. So they don't have a lot really going for themselves. You just can't make a lot of assumptions here, wait and see what happens type of thing. Now they do get, like I said, they do get 7 back on offense. They get a senior wide receiver. They get a left guard, a right tackle. They get the quarterback and a running back. So they got a good balance of the offense there, on the depth side. Defensively speaking, they get 5 back there. They get a couple safeties, defensive end, the linebacker, and another defensive end. So they've got some players there, and they're all basically seniors and a couple sophomores. And other than that, we'll see what happens. What do you think, big man?
Conference USA is really, really funny, y'all. Now, I'm looking back at last year to find out what was that one win that this team got last year. And who was it? At Rice. They beat Rice last year in a game. They beat them 34-26. And what does this conference do? They turn around and put these teams together against each other. November 30th, last game of the year, Rice versus UTEP. It's going to be a big difference on which one of them gets 2 wins opposed to the 1 win because they both just confused. And right here we have another second-year head coach. And let me quote what the coach says right here in the Lindsay magazine. This is Coach Dana Dimel. He says, it's what you do with your evaluation tools. The other places that I have been and had success was because we have been great evaluators. So that's another statement of mumbo jumbo, just like we got out of the second-year coach over there at Rice. They got to say something that sounds like they working on what they supposed to be working on, but obviously it's not paying out on the field right here. The stats from last year offensively is bad, but let's talk about what they do have. Let's talk about them optimistically. They do get back a quarterback, running back, and wide receiver, and a few old linemen. So they have enough together to maybe put together more wins than last year. So I'm going to go ahead and say I give these guys 2 wins for 2019, and I might take them in the game versus Rice. What you got on that one, BigRagoo?
I say coin flip versus Rice. I'm putting them at 3 W's. If they get the 2 wins before they play Rice, I'll take the Miners in the Rice game if I'm not laying more than a field goal.
I like that look, but being that the Rice are the smart kids, I expect them to be able to come back with some revenge and beat them either by being disciplined or being effective on the field in that last game. Because remember that Rice, they had a L sandwich last year. That means they won at the beginning and the end. These guys over here, they had a El Tostada. So, that's just the way I see it right here, man. 11-1. This UTEP minors team, not much to talk about right here on the Boss and the Sauce show, but guess what? We did it anyway. Any last words, Big Ragoo?
I say we get on to the last team and finish the conference off.
Let's do it.